Yo, what's good, y'all? I'm gonna go over Noob Saibot. They went over him in the Combat Cast, so let's check him out. He's got some really cool stuff. I didn't really like Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat 11, just because of how slow he was and stuff. But in this game, I don't know. I feel like I might like him a lot more. So let's get into it. Let's check it out.
Let's start with his normal attacks, which almost every normal attack he has.
Yeah, nice long jab string. I really like that.
Let's start with his normal attacks, which
Jab looks quick too.
almost every normal attack he has,
Wonder if you can cancel that third hit when the shadow's out.
he uses a shadow.
His sweep's cool too. It's like a two-hitting sweep, kind of like wasn't Fujin's like that in 11? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Use it. You might as well use
Right,
it. I mean,
they are a true tag.
And his down two, he actually sends a shadow up. That's pretty interesting. Looks like he'll have really good normals overall. There's his like stand two string, another 4-hit string off his stand two.
Tag T. We'll check out his throw. I love that little third strike.
Looks like you might be able to get pressure also off his throw. Looks like he leaves you close enough.
I like even his little punches.
Can you do?
Oh, there might have been something I missed. Yeah, it looks like his stand four string. He's got like a kind of like similar to like a Kenshi MKX string where it's like a stand four and then he kicks down, but then his shadow comes in as well.
His little punches.
Can you do a sweep again?
Absolutely.
Nice big jump kick right there as well.
Bam.
Is it necessary?
It's so good.
Really good sweep. Really good. I mean, the
Poke's looking decent.
uppercut just covers all the airspace
Right.
you need.
And so a couple moves I wanted to go over was his forward one, which is a pretty decent advancing mid. It's
Yeah, looks like he goes like mid, low, mid, or maybe mid, low, high.
pretty quick. He has different variations from it. Wanted to go over his back three, which is a low. You can combo into moves. And then
Nice quick
his
low
forward
string.
three, which is a pretty quick overhead that swats them down, so you can mix it up.
Yeah, looks like that overhead might be around like 20 frames, so if they're looking out for everything else, it'll probably still be able to hit.
And even if you just notice, like, his shadow in comparison to normal roster shadows are not the same, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like this little
Yes.
mystic.
Get a good look at it because it's going to be gameplay relevant.
What?
It's not just badass looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go over his special moves because it is extensive. Off the top of my head, I think he may have the biggest list of special moves in the game.
Maybe up there with like Garrus, maybe.
Probably.
Those- yeah.
So let's start off with the classic. One of the first special moves he ever had is his teleport.
What I like about Noob's teleport is he doesn't go down, he goes up. So if you're jumping around and someone shoots a projectile, you could almost react and teleport. Whereas like if his teleport went down, like through the ground, you would come down, get hit by the projectile, and it wouldn't even matter. But since he goes up, you avoid the projectile completely. So that's a really good anti-zoning tool.
Land. Teleports in, drops them. You can do it in the air. EX version will pop them up through a portal. This is a great anti-zoning move, a great mobility.
Yeah, so especially against like long startup, long recovery projectiles, which a lot of them, they either have long startup or long recovery, you can kind of jump around in neutral Noob from like projectile range. And if they projectile, you could probably react with EX teleport for a full combo. So he's going to be a character that's hard to throw projectiles at.
Tool. You can jump back and do it. You can jump forward. Catch you by surprise very quick. It's pretty much exactly as it's been for 30 years.
It's what you expect out of Noob.
Never.
You
Exactly.
move, I gotcha.
That move
Yep.
never tilted me ever.
No, God.
Then let's go over arguably his second most iconic move, the Ghost Ball.
Ooh.
And this is a projectile that's changed many times in the life of MK, and I think this might be the coolest version yet. So, the Ghost Ball is pretty slow, but if it hits or they block it, they get this green chaotic effect on them. And this primes him to detonate it, which is a pop-up. So, once he's got it on, you can see it last quite a bit of time. At any moment, he can detonate it and then get a full combo.
Very cool.
And remember that.
And you could use stuff like, because it's a hype, right? But you could use stuff like Kano Ball as an ambush, or like Striker Grenades, something like that to force them to block it.
on hit or block that they get primed. He also has an EX version, where once you do it, the clone starts summoning it.
Oh, that sneaky clone.
Noob is free to move around, and then any time you can let it go. And remember, on block, so Noob could be doing block strings, setups, knockdown, stuff like that, and the clone is waiting to do it.
Yeah, so basically if you EX it, you basically get like an ambush ghost ball. And they show later in the showcase match that you're actually able to combo off of it. I believe the person drops the combo, but you can see the potentials there. And also, like, yeah, so you EX it, you get a ambush ghost ball. There was something else I was going to say that oh yeah, so they don't mention it in this, but I think the explosion where you pop them up when it's on them, it's probably a mid, right? It's probably a mid. It's probably, because I saw some people in the chat being like, unblockable launcher. No, the ghost ball is unblockable. Like, you get the thing put on you, the goo, whether you block it or not. But the actual launcher where he, like, pounds his fists together and you launch, I think that'll be like a mid or a high. I'm almost certain it will be, actually. But he doesn't seem like, outside of his, like, powered up state, that he has, like, crazy launchers without meter. So you'll be able to get, like, a crazy, like, cool meterless launcher just for making them block the ghost ball. And, of course, with, you know, a bunch of different cameos like Sector, like Kano Striker, you'll be able to guarantee that they block it.
And you'll notice the aura lasts a while.
It does last quite a while. Another alternate thing of this is there's an EX version of the detonate that you can cancel as soon as the regular ghost ball hits. So he can immediately use it almost like a pop-up projectile. That does take 2 bars, so it's, you know, pretty expensive to use, but it could be pretty effective for your combos. The next move I want to show is a classic, probably like one of the classic MK9 moves, his portal. It goes up, it comes down, it combos, you have it.
So I wonder, so that ghost ball into the pop-up with the EX, I wonder how that'll work on block. Will the pop-out come out on block? Or, like, how will that work? Because that could be a really interesting mind game, because if you block the ghost ball, you know, you'll have to worry about, are they going to EX it and try to pop me up? Or are they just going to go in and do whatever? I don't think they mentioned that here. They only talked about if you land the ghost ball. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that works.
Close, medium, and far version.
Keep them guessing.
And yeah, you got to keep them guessing. And when you have slower projectiles like Noob Saibot, one of the things the opponent's going to want to do is their projectiles, which is going to be dangerous because of the move we showed at the beginning, the teleport.
He gonna grab you. He gonna grab you.
Now, what was another iconic move from previous games like MK9? The
Slide.
running man.
Oh, running man.
And there you go, it's back. He does a ninja run, throws them down with that tackle, and the EX version pops them up. Classic ninja pop-up. Then, you're about to say it, the slide. Now here's something really neat. Some of his moves, when he uses the clone will go away because it has to return. Look at his shadow. Get a good look at there. When you do the slide, the shadow's actually gone, and when it comes back, that's when it's fully loaded.
Oh.
Now, some of these moves, if you don't have the clone, will actually change.
Oh.
Without the clone, he does a classic Sub-Zero-like slide.
So you can do a slide after a slide?
The recovery on the slide where he goes in seems pretty good. So you could probably combo that like Kano knives with the EX Ghost Ball ambush, stuff like that. And also another thing I wanted to say is the tackle, the EX tackle. If you don't have a launcher with like Ghost Ball or with like his power up that they'll show later, or with like a cameo, that's probably how we're going to be launching with Noob, right? Like you land a jab, you land this mid, you confirm it into EX tackle.
Exactly. Since his buddy's not there, his pal's tagged out.
Oh, that's cool.
Now you're putting yourself closer to them. You're not.
Yes.
Because the regular, the Noob Saibot slide is almost like a projectile.
Right. Exactly. Let's go over a couple other moves because he has even more like pop-ups and moves. These are the kind of zoning moves. We'll go over some of the up-close moves.
Great.
Down back 3 is this ninja kick where they work together. EX version pops them up even better, and he can get a
That
counter.
might actually be the launcher
And
instead
then
of
he has
Shadow
down
Talker.
back 4,
Never mind.
which is the opposite. A low kick, it'll trip them. The EX is his armor. So his armor, he's not going to get like a full combo. It's not like...
So that's like a decent armor move. Obviously, they'll be able to jump it. they'll be able to outspace it. Not sure what it'll be on block. But it's decently fast. It's not too
That's from
slow.
Armor. So his armor, he's not going to get like a full combo. It's not like the
Yeah, it's decently fast, so it's not gonna be like a Takeda situation where they don't even have to think about it to break it. You know what I mean? You'll have to do something super specific to break that armor.
best
Which is
reward
good.
in the world, but
Will the voice
you're never
crack?
going to complain about having a good armor.
Nobody complains about that.
And that's all of his grounded moves.
What?
About the air?
What about the air?
Well,
do it.
there's
The suspense.
a lot more because he has multiple different dive kicks. So let's
What?
start. He has an air dive kick where he sends out his clone, and you can see this has a decent amount of cooldown. This is another one where, on cooldown, he himself will do a dive kick. He also has a straight dive kick that goes straight across the screen. He can do it after jump kicks. He can do it as a preemptive anti-air. And then he has a downward trajectory dive kick. And if you EX it, they are staggered
Oh boy.
for a full combo.
Don't tell me there's more.
There is
Ah.
a major new mechanic that I think really separates this noob from other iterations.
Kind of my favorite thing, actually. I
So
love it.
let's go over Embrace Chaos. Once per match.
Okay, so before they get into this, so it seems like Noob, like, from, like, close up, he has good strings, good combos, stuff like that. And then from far away, he's kind of annoying with, like, air dive kick, shadow slide, ghost ball, that even if you block, you get procced, stuff like that. And then if you try to throw something back at him, he could teleport. He could, like, scout, like, he could jump around, then scout a projectile teleport. So it seems like up close, he's going to be a menace with, like, his strings, his combos. And then from far away, he'll be, like, not a super traditional zoner or, like, traditional projectile character, but he'll be, like, annoying to deal with, you know what I mean? He won't be a character that's just easily out-projectiled, you know? Like, he's got a lot of, like, mind games going on and stuff like that. So, yeah, he looks really fun, y'all, but they're going to get into, like, kind of like this X Factor kind of power-up move he has. Well, X Factor, isn't that like a mechanic from Marvel? That's not what I mean. I've never played Marvel, so I'm not comparing it to that. I'm just saying it's like an extra thing that he has that other people don't really have.
You may have noticed he has this severed hand on his hip. It's very crazy and chaotic. A severed hand.
Why?
Once per match, he can bring it out, destroy it, yell Embrace Chaos, and now he gains access to a brand new special move. It's a low-hitting, homing projectile that pops the opponent up. Oh, yeah, see, I now can't do it.
Yeah, because
Once
you
Pretty
didn't
slow,
want-
though.
right?
You have a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Yes. So he gains access to that move, and that's a tracking move. It's not close, medium, and far. And then all of his shadow special moves gain the ability to throw the opponent into a portal,
That's so
for
cool.
a pop-up. So his slide, regular, non-EX, becomes a pop-up. All of his dive kick moves become a pop-up. All those shadow moves now become pop-ups. So he has easily the largest.
So that's what's most interesting to me as far as, like, I guess at a competitive level is not necessarily the low move and all that, but the fact that his throw is going to combo and his shadows are going to meteorously launch. So whenever you use that as Noob, they're now going to be put in a situation where if they get hit, they're getting launched no matter what, even if you don't have bar or a cameo that launches, because your shadows are going to launch meteorously. But if they block and get thrown, now they're going to get launched as well because his that makes his throw launch. So, like, the low thing that gets added is cool, and you can launch off a bunch of different stuff, but the main, like, meat and potatoes that's really going to make that effective at, like, every level of play, in my opinion, is, you know, now you're going to launch meterless. If they want to block because they know they'll get launched, you can then throw them for a combo, you know what I mean? It makes Noob, like, way more explosive whenever you use that move.
Amount of comboable starter moves in the game.
Including his throw, obviously. Could be.
Right. But
Mind blown.
the shadow is not coming back.
What?
For the rest of that round,
Okay.
all of his shadow are disabled. So back forward 4 is only just now the regular slide.
Little risk
So you're
reward.
looking at it as a nuclear option.
Yes, the rest, this string, he can no longer finish it. He has to do a shorter version.
Yeah, so I don't think it's something you would want to start the round with. I think it's something you would want to use as like, there may be 30% or less. You become more explosive to close out the round. Maybe use it to come back. Something like that. I don't think necessarily you would use it to start the round. I don't think that would ever really be a good idea.
Look at his uppercut. It's a standard uppercut.
You think you can finish the round? You better.
Look at his sweep. It's just a regular sweep. So to be clear again, once per game, you can use it. It works for that round.
Like obviously Noob,
Once
he's
the
still gonna
timer's
be
done.
he's still gonna be playable during this debuff. It's not like level 3 debuff Bane, you know, like he still like has a lot of stuff, but you know, not being able to use the shadow moves, not being able to use string extensions. Yeah, you're not gonna want to be like that the whole round, you know, so definitely not something you'll want to use right at match start.
For the rest of the round, he will not have access to his clone.
But there will be some monster combos if you can get off
Right.
during that 10 or 12 seconds.
So essentially, once per match, you decide to become kind of the combo master.
And that's another thing too, is like that I didn't mention is, so since all these things launch meterlessly, you might be able to do like meterless shadow tackle launcher into like meterless dive kick launcher. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what the scaling and what the juggling properties are going to be of like chaining those like enhanced moves into another one type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to be interesting, y'all. Noob might be like one of the craziest combo characters in the game.
in the game with the most amount of options and access to this very, very strong screw your neutral, I do what I want move. But the price you pay, if it doesn't work, if you don't win, is you're spending the rest of that round in a significantly weaker, lesser state.
And-
Not helpless.
Most importantly, you no longer have a cool hand on your hip.
That's
okay?
true. And you've lost your good chum, your buddy, and you're lonely.
Right? Oh my goodness. What else we got?
Well, we have a fatal blow.
Yeah!
And his into the attack that leads into it is also very
Okay, now let's go look at the little showcase match.
Market.
Tell me about this timeline of chaos.
I refuse to give you any ideas. Round one. Fight.
Oh, another thing we see in this match is it looks like Kano Laser is way less minus on block. Obviously, he didn't block it right there, but... Nice, hit him with the mid, confirmed into Shadow Tackle, okay. Yeah, so right there, he did Ambush Ghost Ball, will slide into Ambush Ghost Ball. Definitely seemed like could have been picked up into a longer combo, but dropped it. Ooh, the punish on the new Havoc buff. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back there. Yeah, so Shujinko, they showed it earlier in the stream. He has a new like string off of his he has like a new thing where he comes and like kicks him and stuns him to get combos. So Shujinko, like that's gonna be crazy. And then you can charge him off of that.
Round two. Fight.
Nice counter poke throw, okay. Looks like that string's safe. Nice anti-air. What's the combo? EX tackle. Teleport charges Shujinko. Nice punish from the Havoc though. Showing off some of that new stuff. With a whiff. Yeah, see, that looks safe now. Alright, final round, y'all. What's gonna happen? Ooh, nice ghost ball. Looks like the proc went away, though. Just spent the hand. Ooh, and the Shadow Slide launched because he spent the hand. Ooh, look at this huge combo with it. Okay, kind of cuts it short, though. I felt like could have got more than just the overhead. Havoc whiffing that again. Ooh, drop the combo. Nice ghost ball again. He's got the proc. Yeah, it looks like it. The proc of the ghost ball goes away on hit, it seems like. And that's going to be it. Actually hits a brutal there. All my videos have been getting demonetized lately, so I'm going to not show that brutal in hopes that, you know, this breaks that streak. But I appreciate y'all. I'm really looking forward to trying out Noob. He definitely is a character I'm really interested in playing more than I was in MK11. Let me know what y'all think down below. Later, y'all.